My name is Robert. I'm 83 years old. 6 months ago, my doctor looked me in the eye and said, Stage 4, pancreatic cancer. You have 6 months, maybe less. I didn't cry. I just nodded. 3 years before that, I lost Margaret, my wife, my everything. She died in a car accident 2 miles from our home, a Tuesday night in December. She was coming back from buying Christmas gifts. When she left, the best part of me died with her. Now the rest of me is finally catching up. Before I go, there's something I need to tell you. Something I should have told her every single day, but didn't. Because if you're waiting to say it, you might already be too late. We met in the fall of 1961, University Library, 3rd floor. I was 20 years old, studying engineering. I had spread my architectural drawings across an entire table, blueprints of buildings I'd never actually build. I was so focused I didn't notice her standing there. Then I heard it, a soft laugh. I looked up. There she was, brown hair pulled back, green eyes, a book of poetry in her hands, Pablo Neruda. You draw buildings, she said. I read poems, we're opposites. I tried to gather my papers, tried to act cool. I knocked over my coffee instead. She didn't laugh at me. She just knelt down and helped me pick up the drawings. Her fingers touched mine when she handed me the last blueprint. I'm Margaret, she said. Robert. But everyone calls me Bob. I'll call you Robert, she said. Bob sounds like someone who fixes cars. You look like someone who builds dreams. I didn't know it then, but that was the day my life truly began. We got married 2 years later, 58 years together. Every Sunday morning the ritual was the same. I'd wake up to the sound of the coffee grinder, that loud, grinding noise. Most people hate it. I loved it, because it meant she was there. She'd make coffee in this old machine we got as a wedding gift. The kitchen would smell like roasted beans and cinnamon. She always made mine first, brought it to me while I read the newspaper in my chair. She had this blue mug, cracked on the handle. I bought her new ones 5 times. She never used them. This one knows me, she'd say, holding that chipped cup like it was made of gold. While I read the news, she'd sit across from me reading poetry, out loud sometimes, Neruda, Mary Oliver, Rumi. I pretended to listen. I was usually thinking about work. She also left me notes, every single morning. Little pieces of paper tucked in my jacket pocket, my lunch bag, my briefcase. Don't forget to smile today. You're my favorite person. Come home safe. I kept every single one. They're in a metal box in my closet now, 412 notes. I counted them last week. She wrote, I love you 412 different ways. And I probably said it back 50 times, maybe less. Friday nights, we'd walk around the park near our house. We didn't talk much. We'd just hold hands. Margaret loved to stop and watch the sunset. She'd stand there perfectly still like she was trying to memorize the colors. I'd always say, we should head back. It's getting dark. She'd always answer, 5 more minutes. I'd sigh, check my watch, agree to 5 more minutes, but I'd be thinking about the bills I needed to pay, the project deadline on Monday, the lawn that needed mowing, those 5 minutes. I'd give anything to have them back now. I thought I was a good husband. I worked 60 hours a week. I provided. I paid every bill on time. I fixed everything that broke in our house, the leaking faucet, the loose doorknob, the garage door that wouldn't close right. I thought that's what love was. Action, responsibility, being dependable. I thought she knew I loved her. I didn't think I needed to say it every single day. A few times she'd ask me, usually late at night when we were lying in bed, Robert, do you still love me? Of course, I'd say. You know that. Then I'd turn over and go to sleep. She'd lie there quietly. I could feel her looking at the ceiling. But I was tired. I had work in the morning. She stopped asking after a while. I thought that meant she finally understood. I was wrong. She didn't stop asking because she understood. She stopped asking because she stopped believing I'd ever really answer. I thought we had time. I thought she knew. I thought love didn't need words. I was wrong about everything. December 18th, 2021, a Tuesday. That morning, Margaret made coffee like always. She brought me my cup, kissed the top of my head. "I'm going shopping for Christmas," she said. "Need anything?" I was watching the news, some story about the stock market. "No," I said. "Just come back safe." She grabbed her coat, her keys. She stopped at the door. "Robert," I looked up. Finally. "Yeah?" She stood there for a moment, like she wanted to say something important. Then she just smiled. That soft smile I'd seen 1,000 times and somehow never really saw. "Nothing," she said. "I'll be home soon." That was the last thing she ever said to me. I didn't even get up to kiss her goodbye. I just went back to watching TV. 9:47 p.m. 3 knocks on the door. Slow, deliberate, heavy. I remember thinking, that's not how Margaret knocks. I opened the door. 2 police officers stood there, a man and a woman. The lights from their car were flashing red and blue across my living room wall. Red, blue, red, blue. The man took off his hat. "Mr. Robert?" I nodded. "I'm very sorry to inform you, your wife, Margaret, there was an accident." Time stopped. I could hear the TV behind me, still playing. Some comedy show, laugh track, people laughing. It didn't make sense. Nothing made sense. The officer kept talking, words like intersection and truck and didn't suffer and instantaneous. But all I heard was the laugh track, people laughing while my wife was dead. I ran to my car, drove to the hospital, 70 miles per hour through red lights, too late. She was already gone by the time the ambulance arrived. They let me see her through a window. She looked like she was sleeping. Her hair was still perfect. She always fixed her hair before going anywhere. She looked peaceful. But I knew I'd never hear her voice again, never hear her laugh, never hear her say my name the way she did, Robert, soft, like a prayer. The police gave me a paper bag the next day. "Her belongings from the car," they said. I opened it at home, alone. Inside, Christmas gifts, wrapping paper, a bottle of perfume she'd bought for her sister, a notebook, and a card, a Christmas card. The front had a hand-drawn reindeer. She'd drawn it herself. She loved to draw little things like that. I opened it. Her handwriting, that perfect cursive she learned in Catholic school. "Dear Robert, this Christmas I want to tell you..." The sentence stopped. The ink had smudged on the next page, like she'd closed the card before it dried. I'll never know what she wanted to tell me. I held that card for 3 hours, just staring at those unfinished words. "I want to tell you..." "Tell me what, Margaret? That you loved me?" "I knew that you were tired of waiting for me to say it back. I know that now." The words she never got to say, the words I never said. 6 months ago, I finally went to the doctor. I'd been having stomach pains for 4 months. I ignored them, thought they'd go away. My neighbor practically dragged me to the clinic. I sat in that waiting room, watched couples holding hands, old couples. They looked tired, but together. The doctor called me in. He didn't waste time. "Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It spread to your liver." He paused. 6 months, maybe less. "I'm very sorry, Mr. Robert." I didn't cry. I just nodded. My first thought was, now I can see her again. My second thought was, what do I tell her when I see her? How do I face Margaret knowing I wasted every single moment we had? How do I tell her I'm sorry when sorry isn't enough? How do I explain that I loved her more than anything but couldn't say it out loud? I've spent 3 years asking myself the same questions. Why didn't I say I love you more? Why did I think later was guaranteed? Why did I treat her voice like background noise? Last month I opened that metal box, the one with all her notes, 412 pieces of paper, each one a different way of saying I love you. You make my coffee taste better. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being mine. You're the best decision I ever made. I sat on the floor and read every single one. Then I tried to count how many times I said it back to her. 50 times, 100. In 58 years, she gave me 412 love letters. I gave her silence. She poured her heart into me every single day, and I was too busy, too tired, too afraid of being too emotional. What kind of man does that? What kind of man takes love and offers nothing back? She gave me everything, and I gave her crumbs. I worked for 40 years, 60-hour weeks, overtime, weekends. I saved money. I had a plan. When I retired, we'd travel the world, see Paris, walk on beaches in Greece, visit the places she'd read about in her poetry books. Just a few more years, I kept saying, then we'll have time. I said that for 15 years of later, and then there was no later. She died 3 months after I retired. We never took a single trip. Now I have $347,000 in my savings account. What am I supposed to do with it? Who am I saving it for? What was it all for? I built houses for strangers, beautiful houses, houses that won awards. But I never built a life with her. I gave her a house. But she wanted a home, and a home isn't walls and a roof. A home is someone saying, I love you, and meaning it. Every sunset she wanted to watch, I said, we should head back. Every poem she wanted to read to me, I said, I'm tired. Every time she asked me to dance in the kitchen, I said, maybe later. Later never came. Now I'm alone in this house. Her blue mug, the one with the crack, is still on the shelf. I can't bring myself to use it. I can't bring myself to throw it away. The last note she left me is still in my jacket pocket. You're my forever person. Forever. She believed in forever. I treated forever like it was guaranteed. She was right there, every single day, right there. And I acted like we had all the time in the world. We didn't. If you're listening to this, I need you to stop what you're doing. Right now, stop. Look around you. Who do you love? Are they in the next room? Go to them now. Are they at work? Call them right now. Are they asleep next to you? Wake them up. Tell them. Don't wait for the right moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until it's convenient. The right moment is always now, because later is a lie we tell ourselves to feel safe, and safety is an illusion. Don't make my mistakes. Say I love you every single day. Say it when it feels awkward. Say it when you're angry. Say it especially when you think they already know. Take those 5 extra minutes. Dance in the kitchen even if you feel ridiculous. Watch the sunset even if you have emails to answer. Read the poetry they want to share with you. Stop waiting for someday. Stop saving the good wine for special occasions. Every moment is the special occasion. Every conversation could be your last. You don't get those moments back. You don't get to rewind time and say the words you were too afraid to say. I have 6 months left, maybe less. I'm not afraid of dying anymore. I'm afraid of dying with these words still trapped inside me. When I see Margaret again, and I will see her again, I'm going to tell her everything. I'm going to say I love you 1,000 times. I'm going to tell her she was right about everything. But you still have time. Please don't let your last words be the ones you never said.